Gulliver Mickey. There's Mickey Mouse, and there's a little king on a little horse. And there's Mickey Mouse on a little ladder. One night, Gulliver Mickey was at sea in his little sailboat. Suddenly a terrible storm struck. Giant waves washed over the boat. Lightning flashed across the sky. Thunder roared. Boom, crash. All at once, a huge wave swept over the boat. It tossed Mickey high in the air and threw him across the water. The next thing he knew, he was rolling head over heels onto a sandy beach. By this time, Mickey was so tired he fell asleep into the wet sand. When Mickey opened his eyes, the next morning he did not know where he was. He tried to sit up, but he could not move. I must be dreaming, thought Mickey. He wiggled his arms. They were tied to the ground by tiny ropes. He wiggled his legs. They were tied to the ground too. And every one of his fingers too. Then Mickey turned his head to look around. An army of tiny soldiers was marching toward him. Some sat on tiny horses and carried tiny swords. Others were pulling little cannons over the sand. A few of the soldiers crept right up to Mickey. They crawled into his pockets and pulled out his watch. They pulled out his pocket knife, and they opened his watch. "Help!" cried a little old man, whose beard had caught in the wheels. The soldiers had to chop off his long white beard. Pocket knife is as big as them. Now Mickey wiggled as hard as he could. The tiny ropes broke and he sat up. All at once 100 tiny cannonballs hit his chest. Ping, pong, ping, ping. But they were too small to hurt Mickey. They bounced off his chest and rolled back to the soldiers. A fat little man on a fine brown horse began to shout, "Load the cannons and fire again!" That must be the leader, thought Mickey. He lifted him right off the ground, horse and all. Right in Mickey's hand. The angry little man pulled out his sword. "Put me down this minute," he said. "I am the Emperor of Lilliput." Mickey smiled at the tiny emperor. "Don't be afraid of me, Your Highness," said Mickey. "I do not want to hurt you." Then he told the emperor about the storm that had blown him to Lilliput. "All I want now," he said, "is something to eat." Mickey put the little man back on the ground. "Bring food for the giant," the emperor shouted. "He will not hurt us. He is a friend." The little soldiers hurried away. They knocked on every door in Lilliput. "A giant has landed on the beach," they cried. "Bring all the food you can spare." A giant. Mickey is a giant. Soon the Lilliputians came with food for Mickey. They brought wagons full of cheese and baskets of bread. They had carts filled with fruit and barrels of milk. Mickey scooped up all the food as the people passed by. He ate everything. At first the children were afraid of Mickey, but they soon found out that he was a friend. Mickey played with the children every day.